I am back and ready for action. Now, just randomly thinking about, I was supposed to get into a Thor, Ragnarok, a trailer, but I just realized I left my. I mean, probably doesn't matter. Probably the sound still plays, but I left my headphones in the last time I recorded, and then I took it out, and I didn't even bother like looking to see if it, like that test and shit. I just uploaded it. Not like anybody's gonna watch it. I have like 5 views or shit. Anyway, enough of that. Get into the trailer breakdown, I guess. One of the things that dropped this week, along with the album that I talked about, is the trailer for Thor Ragnarok, and unfortunately, it dropped in November. That's kind of like a long way to wait, but I'm stoked for it. Oh, and also another trailer. No, not really trailer per se, but earlier this year I think it was a trailer dropped for Guardians of the Galaxy, which this time it's in May instead of August. But I'll get to. I guess I'll get to that in a minute or so. But right now it's like Thor Ragnarok, and at first, when the trailer starts, like he chained up to something or whatever, and it's kind of like it kind of reminds me of like, well, I'll tell you how I fell from the throne, but I'll just tell you in the quick story, kind of the theme song for Fresh Prince, and then all of a sudden, he throws a hammer at the film's villain, and then she just catches it like the Winter Soldier and just fucking breaks it in her hand, like just falls in the rubbles, and he's in trouble, so it's like crazy shit ensues, like kind of like basically as I heard, this trailer is basically Ragnarok, all things come to an end in Asgard. For a second, I kind of forgot where they're from. Yeah, so things go crazy in Asgard, and basically it's like Loki returns again, but hopefully he's not like playing his shady ass trick or whatever. And so that's not the highlight of the trailer. The highlight of the trailer is at the end. Like we're gonna get World War Hulk. Well, not really, because there's still a contract with he's technically belongs to Paramount, but they're gonna do like kind of like a loophole. Give Hulk his solo movie, but technically it's still a Thor movie, but there's a bit of a Hulk storyline ingested in there, kind of like just kind of like slid under there, kind of like, hey, yeah, he has no movie technically. I mean, it's still Thor or whatever. Which it to me, I'm just more curious on how the hell he got there, because the last time we saw Hulk, he was just flying off into space, or not really flying off into space. Really, he wasn't even like shot up into space. He was just in a jet, still as the Hulk. I mean, it was way back in oh shit, it was long ago, long ago. It was way back in Avengers: Age of Ultron, and that movie was released kind of like quite a while. Um it was even before Civil War. So around that time, both characters had just left. Actually, Thor left for a different reason. Thor left because he had some strange vision that he thought was going to come true, and it looked like it is going to come true. And it just kind of feels kind of funny because like I seen this one meme of like there's like three characters that caught something. It was like Bucky had caught the Cap's shield. Um, there was another character I kind of forgot who the other character was, and of course this character in Thor Ragnarok, they all caught something and just like completely broke everything. And on another thing that the trailer didn't add on to was that Thor actually returned to Earth to look for Doctor Strange's help. So the thing, I have a feeling between now and November, somewhere in between, we're gonna see another trailer, hopefully with Doctor Strange kind of like involvement or something. That'd be really cool to see. Like what else? Oh yeah, going back to Guardians of the Galaxy, like what I was saying, it looked like we're gonna get two Marvel movies that's gonna be set in the Galaxy universe, which is pretty cool because when Guardians of the Galaxy came out, it was like, I mean, it was a great movie. It's like it stood on its own. It didn't feel like it need to be like it was, yeah, still a part of the MCU. They used Thanos and shit like that, but at the same time, it told its own story. But it's kind of interesting now that we're getting Thor. That's It looked like it's actually gonna be in space most of the movie. Like, I mean, like I said, like he's gonna need help from Doctor Strange, but I have a feeling that's gonna be like for a portion of the movie, but the main part of the movie, hopefully, maybe, hopefully, it's going to be set in space. So it's just interesting that the MCU is now like in the space. And I also seen another video earlier talking about how the color grading or whatever like is kind of like flat. It's kind of, I mean, there's all this kind of crazy action, but it just, the grading of the color schemes and whatever, it's just kind of bland. And what's the point of having all of this amazing explosion if it's just flat? And to me, it just feels like maybe like in the third stage, in the third whatever you want to call it, in the third phase of the MCU, it look like we're gonna be adding some more color, which makes sense because a few years down the road is gonna be Infinity War, and that is awesome. I mean, it feels kind of surreal that we're so close to Infinity War when, like, about 8 years ago it was the start of the MCU, and to think of that's pretty amazing. I just kind of hope um like this isn't the end of the MCU. Like when the Infinity War hits, I just kind of hope like it's not like all this hype has been built up just for this. I hope there's something else that comes into play, which I'm pretty certain of, because of we have Doctor Strange now, we have this the galaxies. Hopefully, like this kind of like some kind of manipulation. Hopefully, Marvel and Fox might set up a deal where they could work together, and that new Doctor Strange time traveling uh, stuff might bring the X-Men into the MCU. That'd be interesting. Who knows? So many possibilities there, but I just hope it doesn't kind of like fall under the weight of itself, because like it's been so expansive. I mean, and that's the one word that I have about the MCU per se. I mean, that it'll get so colossal, so big, and like casual movie fans will be like, okay, I'm kind of confused, because I didn't see so and so movie. Like, I don't understand what's happening now. And I think these movie franchises are for the hardcore fan, not just kind of like the casual fans or whatever. But my thing is, like, will it become so expansive that, like, it's kind of like a requirement that you have to be a fan to get these movies, and yeah, I think that's basically my thoughts and opinions about these two trailers, and the future of the MCU and all this other stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. I might make a follow up video to something else. I'm not sure. Either that or go to sleep. I'm not really sure. So today is Friday. Oh no, like Saturday. I was kind of confused because like usually like it's like I recorded like a video, but then I just remembered I finished watching um the Santa Clarita Diet, and I had to wait however long for a second season. Oh yeah, there was actually they renewed a second season for next year, so like looking forward to that. And like I said, I think that's pretty much it for everything. And so I'm out like a flash, and see you with another video.